welcome back, welcome back. We got a knife here. Pretty stoked to check this one out. Let's get into it. Always gotta pull it off the screen real quick to make sure we protect the innocent. All right. Thought this was what this was. So, I've recently been on a little Koenig exploration, trying to find Koenigs that I like. Makes an amazing knife, and a friend of the channel reached out, having recently received this guy. Looks like they don't put any info on the box really. Is it on the bottom? Yep. And it is the Mini Arius. Let's see if we get any more info once we get into the knife a little bit, but it's a really simple one. Ooh, I like the size. This is fun. Usually you can learn a little bit on these here. And see, Gen 1, Batch 1 it looks like. So that's pretty cool. See if I can zoom in on that so you can see it. Looks like it's Gen 1, Batch 1. Yeah, let's see what we think. That's so weird. It's like an Arius but shrunken. Ooh, I like that. Okay. All right. Ooh, good lockup too. That's crazy. That's really weird to have a knife that size be that drop shut and have that good of lockup. I've never quite felt that before. I'm trying to think of a knife that I could say can do that same thing. I don't know if I know of one. And that is pretty insane. I think this is probably a 3.5 ounce knife. Maybe it's a little heavier. 3.75. It's pretty well knocked down inside there, inside the scales. But I think his regular one's like 4.75. Anyways, let's see. 3.3. So that's really freaking light. Wow. I like this. Definitely my favorite Arius so far. Does an over travel stop. Can you hear that there? Freaking drop shut. I love this PJ too. Just nothing fancy. Now it's not inexpensive. Just short of $700 after shipping and everything. You're looking at $700 on this. Seems very impervious to the lock bar pressure, which is interesting. Nope. If I push some pressure on there, it affects it. But the natural grip, nah, it messes it up. If you grab it with your, the natural grip, because of the size, puts you a little higher up. So you end up not doing it to yourself as much as you do on the big one. Let's grab a big Arius as well. By comparison, this one's actually a non-flipper. Gosh, this thing feels so big now. So do a little size comparison here. I really like this. I think this knife design works better in this size. This is really cool. Because some of the extremes that on the big one kind of manifest themselves in some weird ways, you don't really notice it on here. Nice little relief for the lock bar. You know, all the details matter. Wow, I'm impressed. I was expecting this to be a catch and release, but I think it's just a catch and keep actually. Way smaller, right? I wonder what we're talking about in terms of cutting edge and everything. So we are looking at 2.75, 2.87, 825, somewhere in there. Overall length, 7.25. Blade length, just under 3 inches. So a legal carry in a lot of states too, which is nice. This is sweet. Wow, pleasant surprise. Always looking for a pleasant surprise. Now at some point they may come out with a pattern version That'd be pretty cool to get my hands on, because I really do like the patterns that he does. He has some really neat patterns in his different versions. But I really like this, just basic, plain Jane. I could totally carry this knife. Now let's see if the pocket clips, one of the complaints people had on the Gen 1 was the pocket clip for some reason. I've never carried that knife or the other one that I had, so let me see what I think on this pocket clip. Channel is called Pocket Priorities after all, right? Seems good. I mean, a little hard to get it over the pant leg, but not too bad. See if I can do it one-handed real quick. Yeah, it's a little hard to get over the pant leg because all you get here is this little, you know, bit of relief. I don't know what the right term is, but I guess you could do it one-handed if you kind of pull it out. Giggity, is that what Metal Complex says? Pull it out, giggity, okay. But overall, a little nice roll out there, great lockup. M390 blade steel. Got your back spacer. Super simple to work on these knives. They're really basic. Nice milling outside on the out of the insides here. Just beautiful. Everything's beautiful on this knife. Huh. Did not realize I was gonna like this. Very strong competitor to the Oz Roosevelt here. The Rosie's a little lighter. The one thing I'd say is this in a non-flipper, because I'm not going to flip this myself. I'm going to reverse flick this all day. Still a little susceptible to that thumb, to a little bit of lock bar pressure. But man, in a non-flipper, so you could get choked up into here, that, because that's kind of why I got the non-flipper on the big one, so you can get up in there. That would be really nice on the small one. I think it matters more on the small one than it does on the big one. I mean, this is fine. I have a decent sized hand, nothing crazy, but you can't really choke up comfortably there. That's not really a good choke up point. Now, it gives you a lot of confidence being how it is, so I do like that when you're in this position, but I think this is the one for the non-flipper. That'd be the one thing I'd say. And I'm really stretching there because it's just a great knife. What I like about this flipper is it's not really like, it's not small, but it's not crazy protruding or anything. So, sweet. Got good centering on there. Man, nothing to complain about on this guy. A winner from Bill Koenig. Much smaller than its big brother. And I'll throw it on the other side just so proportions always get messed up based on the distance from the camera, because my camera's on this angle, not on this angle, but that's why usually when I do a sides comparison, I do it like that. So you can get a better sense of what we're talking about here. Yeah, nice. Good day when you find a good knife. That's all for now. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.